I'm Veronica Graff, and I'm the Indigenous advisor at M.E.LaZerte High School. Well, I implemented the Circle of Courage about 8 years ago when I first started working for the district in M.E.LaZerte. And so they learn about belonging. What does belonging mean to you? It could be your culture, it could be food, it could be where you come from. So that's very important for belonging. And mastery looks at goals that you have, and sometimes they could be short-term goals, they could be personal goals, they could be long-term educational goals. And independence is like how do you advocate for yourself or others? It's more of a personal responsibility. And then generosity, of course, is kind of giving back. How do you give back? And it's not always giving of something, we can always just give our time. So I use that format through the whole process of the school year. We've done so many Indigenous awareness programs or projects within the school. We've done the blanket exercise with the whole staff at M.E.LaZerte, which means the custodians, which means cafeteria. Everybody was involved in that. And when I did that, I also had some of the students helping me. We had 5 students helping, and also an elder came in from the community, and she really loves coming to M.E.LaZerte. And so I've also done the blanket exercise for social studies classes and for English classes. And so whatever I could do in a class, we have classes in here all the time. Also with ELL, it's really important to have the newcomers have a better understanding of Indigenous people, so they really, really enjoy that. We also have, we do smudging at least once a week. And students can participate in that. They could just watch if they're not too sure about it. If they want to know more about what to do, they can ask me. And also we acknowledge that we're on Treaty 6 territory, which students will do that on the announcements. And I think it's really important to know that this is the land that we're on, and we don't take it for granted. And students learn a lot about the Treaty 6 territory and how it is for diverse communities, and how we can still be a vibrant community also. Well, I also am the, I guess, knowledge keeper for King's University, and I coordinate and facilitate their Indigenous studies for their pre-service teachers, and I do that twice, 2 weeks in February. So I just finished the secondary cohort, and I'll be working with the elementary cohort next week. So one of the wonderful things I get to do is I get to invite students in from the Circle of Courage. So I have invited students that graduated 3 years ago from here and 2 years ago. And so they come in and they tell their story, their educational journey, and how wonderful M.E.LaZerte is, of course, and what supported them while they went through school, what supported them with their family, with their education, with their culture, and with their community. And we talk about the Circle of Courage and how that's helped. Another accomplishment I'm very proud of is the rate of Indigenous students graduating from M.E.LaZerte is like 20% higher, so I'm very, very proud of that. Well, this is, M.E.LaZerte has a really good place in my heart. They provided me the opportunity to develop and implement the Circle of Courage without any really hesitation, and they're very supportive. I find the staff and of course, you know, the students because I work at Londonderry also, so I see the students at grade 7, grade 12, and watching them grow into mature young people who are proud of who they are, and proud of their culture, and proud of where they come from. That's why I stay here, and this is the place for me. I'm still in contact with the ones that graduated 5, 6 years ago, and so I see what they're doing. They can let me know what's going on in their life. And I'm still a big part of their life, even though we don't see each other for a year or so. But whenever I have a celebration here for our holidays, the people that graduate, they come back. And so that's our gathering time, and we get to see each other and get caught up on what's going on. But I really enjoy that. Just that they're kind of giving back to their community also. A lot of them are doing that right now, which I find so heartwarming, that they're giving back to their community. I think for me is having staff and students put up the teepee again. To me, that's our learning, and that's where we get our teachings from, is putting up the teepee. So for me, that's one of the highlights I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to being able to have more students in this room, and And I have to let you know that during lunchtime, regular school time, this room is full of diverse students. It's not just for Indigenous students. We have all nations come in here, and I miss that. I learned so much from them. So we learn from one another.